Hi, is that you, Static Voids? I wonder what you're up to. Well, 2 seconds. Okay, it's going live, so I'm just waiting. I'm still waiting for my hair to dry as well. But yeah, I wanted to talk about obviously Trump's speech, and just to tell you guys, apart from hi, welcome to the UK. How are you enjoying it so far? Enjoy having no freedom at all? No, I'm only joking. I'm not in any way going like it's fucking horrible. It's scary. Yous were always our shining glimmer of hope, and this is just fucking crazy. It is actual crazy. Anybody that's still in the Trump train, yes, thank you, Medicine Man. Please stay with me. I'm just going to be talking just quickly. I watched your thing about abortion. Disgusting. I can't believe they've done that. And I was going to say, I completely agree. Like, New Zealand's changed its laws so that is it up to how many weeks? Basically, abortion is like legalised. They're making it so normalising it more. And do you know? I've realised now with this whole Trump thing, Trump wanted division. We all fell for the stupid fucking Trump, and he wanted women and men to fall out. He wanted like a race war. He wanted all this to distract us, from the fact he was a Zionist fucking shill, and that he was Israel's greatest hope, and like he was gonna push all this shit through. And division is his best asset. Do you know what I mean? And but no, women are a victim of it. But I want to get to a point where it doesn't matter if there is a fucking abortion clinic on every fucking second place you go. People just walk past it because they're like, nope, that's disgusting. Why would we want that? Like, abortion is disgusting, and I believe that thing about women getting haunted by abortions. I remember I told you, like, I personally know, I've only known one female to have an abortion, and she was forced to by an ex-boyfriend. She wouldn't have been now, it's just she was very young in the time, and she was a teenager, and he was threatening to tell her parents and everything, and he was an asshole, and he tried to run us over because she told me, and she's regretted it to this day, and she's married now. So she's totally moved on with her life, but she still regrets it, and she wished she hadn't done it. And I just always think, when I think of her, like, you know, I remember I told my mum, and my mum's face, like, whoa, like, kind of, I think she was scared because it made her realise, like, wait a minute, what am I? But she wanted me to tell her at the same time, so she was listening. But yeah, just get so you guys kind of know, like, the whole thing, breaking down Trump's speech, kind of, if you break it down, like, a lot of people that I've seen, some idiots like boomers basically, and always Trumpers, like the QAnon people that are like, trust the plan, man, and all this kind of thing, like, oh yeah, Trump's fine, and why do you care so much about your video games? It's not just about that, and always just playing lip service. Do you not understand? It's already in paper. The fact that he's wrote this, putting makeup on. No, well, I was just in the shower, so I'm putting a bit of makeup on just to do my stream, because yesterday I looked terrible because I'd done a stream at 2 in the morning, so I was like, I'm not going to come back on looking as rough, because I was really fucking tired, and I was like, no, I'm going to come on looking not as dying off anyway, but I'll be taking it back off anyway, so it's only a little bit, just a bit of blusher, just to give me some colour, and my hair's wet, that's all, but just to give me a bit of colour so I don't look as dying off, and then a bit of lip gloss, and that's it. But yeah, basically, do you understand what he means? That paper's been written up, so America's not going to have Trump forever, right? See, once Trump is gone, do you understand that any president, and a Democrat will be back in office, a Democrat will, any president can use those laws. You will be like in the UK. Now, hate speech means nothing to me, but it's been a law for us for years. Do you know what he also means about involuntary taking you away and taking your guns off you and all this stuff? What a lot of the people that I watch, David Crocco, and also the Enigma Report, and Anthony, it's a lot of people that, sorry, who's Anthony? I was thinking of somebody else there. Oh, the Medicine Man, that's what I was going to say. He's the great one, of course, the one that I do Subdued with. I still need to get that uploaded properly, but it's still down. You just press down, see onto the second one on my front page, and I'll get that uploaded. You can. I know people have already. I've checked more people. They have watched it from my side. How you doing, Graham? How you doing? Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks, Kevin. I'm just basically breaking down the Trump thing and saying we're all fucked because it's actually quite scary because even in the UK, it's not as bad as the internet's radicalised you, and because of that, we're gonna take, if you don't have the same beliefs as us, we're gonna take you away and lock you up and put you in a crazy house. I mean, they kind of do that, but they wrap it up in fancy words. We've had hate speech now for years, laws, and they put preachers in prison. They put you in prison for like breach of the peace for words. I mean, just for example, hate speech in the UK. Hate speech laws. Okay, so you can be expressive towards someone on account of the person's race, colour, disability. I'll give you just a list of what hate speech is, because Medicine Man and me were talking about this in Subdued. He was like, I mean, it means nothing to me, and I was like, of course it doesn't, because it's not a thing, it's just bullshit. When it first came out from me, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? But it's been out in the UK for so long now, we kind of know what it is. It's just, they say it's, right, a person who threatens abusive or insulting words by either writing or saying or insulting somebody by the or if they want to stir up racial hatred or having regard to the or B, having regard to all of the circumstances racially hatred is likely to be stirred up anyway. So you need to understand that could maybe cause racial hatred. Very fucking vague. Hate speech is one of the vaguest things you could ever say. It is a non-thing. It's a way to fuck you by fucking you. And do you know how scary that is by Trump saying that not hate speech murder, but by hate speech laws, just you can get the death penalty. And also the fact he's also saying, I mean, the whole fucking he's gonna take you away and lock you up like you're cuckoo crazy and you're gonna get the Jew pill instead of the red pill. You'll be Jew pilled. You'll just be sitting, and then of course your guns will get taken off you because you're crazy. It's like, so I mean, and the thing is, I live in the UK. We've not been able, because of crazy people, we don't get guns, or they say crazy people. You get, and I mean, again, who's crazy? What if you've had depression one time? What if you've had post-traumatic stress? What if you've had, like, you've served your country, you come back, you've got post-traumatic stress for a little while? What if you've had a baby? It's a very big fucking field. What if you've had an eating disorder? What is crazy and what is fucking crazy? And then all this is well radicalised. The fuck? I think in the UK we've got a thing called the watch list. I have, most of my friends are on a watch list, one watch list or another, and we do get watched when we're out and things like that. And it's like we'll be on one of my friends, he's on a watch list because he's basically on a domestic terrorist watch list. It's basically happened to you guys. This is what's happening to you in America if you're watching in America. And he's on a watch list because he's apparently a hate speech, like, I don't know, he'd be like a king hate speecher. Just because he just does not conform to PC bullshit. He's like, no, he will not bend the knee to it. He's like, fuck off. And he just, I mean, he's the same age. He's fucking not even 29, and he's like, I was going to say, he's the same age as me, he is, but he's a few months younger than me. We're the same still age, but he's a good few years, he wishes, a good few months younger than me, and he just has been born a straight talker and always will be. How you doing, OM Wolf? We're all on watch list. So that's what I was saying. I mean, the fact is, this fucking, I cannot believe some of these idiots that are still on the Trump train. And I saw even one of, we all know who it is, I'm not even going to mention his name, and he done it, I think, just to piss us all off. I was like, Rear! when I seen it, and he was like, I'm going to be a contrarian here and say I don't think Trump did anything wrong. And I was like, I know he just said it because, like, obviously either he's the thickest person that likes to get whispered at, or maybe he likes to get screamed at, because I'd happily scream right in his face, or he just is doing it to piss everybody off because he saw the reaction we all got done. But it's because we're not retard, basically. No sound. You can't hear me. Sorry. Yeah, I was getting that yesterday from Subdued, that the sound was bad. Sorry, I was trying to do Subdued with the sound on this. Is that better? Is that better? I don't want to sound like one of those MSR ladies. Is this better? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's exactly who it is. I'm not even going to give him any. He's a fucking so I'm not giving him any down a shout out. But yeah, it was definitely that retardation. That meant to be miscarriage, but didn't happen. No, it's lag. Oh, fuck me. How you doing anyway, Thrill Kill Jake? Sorry about it being a lag. Right, wait a minute. Tell me if it's any better. Everybody, right, you'll need to tell me what's happening. Is America's weird, going shopping, you can buy a gun. Yeah, I know. But, I mean, do you want it to be the other way around? I'm just telling you about how bad it is in the UK. Like, you can go to jail for, if I go down to England and call someone an English cunt, I will go to prison for hate speech. And if they call me a Scottish cunt, they would go to, it's racial hatred. How the fuck is that race hate? We live in the same in Britain. Like, fucking what? It's so gay. And then if you say gay as well, if you call someone gay, like faggot, that's a hate crime as well. If you say gay. It's good, the sound. Thanks, Will. Yeah, if you call someone like a faggot, that's a hate crime. Melting here in the States, but David Cameron probably wishes he could have put me on a watch. Yeah, David Cameron's too busy fucking pigs, mate. Remember David Cameron tried to fuck us all with the internet? Does the video keep stopping and starting? Yeah. Fucking fuck you, video. Stop it. Stop it. Meh. Meh. If it keeps it up, I'll need to I'll change it up, right? Just give it a chance. I'm gonna see if I can fix it on this on my laptop. It's just my laptop. You try it with one and then the others, and then you try it with the other, and it's like, Ree! Well, not exactly, Ree! But you know what I mean. Yeah, you know what I mean. Let me see. 2 seconds. It's saying YouTube Studio. How you doing, sweetheart? Sweetheart. I was gonna say, if that's a new picture of you, beautiful, on Twitter. Hashtag no homo, but I just thought, I was like, oh, that's a really nice new picture you put up. Can you not comment on my live streams? Why is that? What is going on? Right, well, I'm trying to change it because it's saying there's a lag in the volume. Are you using Wi-Fi? Yeah, I'm using my Wi-Fi. It should be fine. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's being gay, so I'm going to try and... Right now, I'm just setting my laptop up on to fix it because I don't know how you can't comment, and if it's being annoying like this, I'm so sorry. Give me 2 seconds. I'm literally just setting my laptop up right now. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to you about basically what the fuck Trump's all about. Yeah, exactly what you said about, we all know the one person that wanted it to, like, there's always that person. And of course, all these boomers, like, oh yeah, Trump's plan, trust the plan. Fuck you, like, seriously, like, hate speech is bad. Like, in the UK, you say something, just if it slips out your mouth when you're drunk and there's a policeman in earshot, he hears you, you go to fucking prison. You go to prison, and yeah, you're not fucking, it's not a good time in there. It's not exactly a fun place to be if you've got a big mouth like me. and especially if you've got a drink and you say something stupid, you wake up, or what have I done? What have I said now? Like, it's not as if I'm like a mass serial murderer that goes around like on a big killing spree or anything, you know. Like, it's just fucked up for hate speech. Sorry, I'm like trying to hide the cigarette. I know smoking's degenerate and disgusting, especially in the house. I'm sorry. But yes, so I'm going to go through it all and talk about right now I'm setting up on my laptop so that way you can get a better quality stream. The Hispanic Trump voters are the same as the boomer ones. Really? Try it if you're wired if you're near the router. Yeah, I'm using Wi-Fi. I'm just waiting to get my laptop set up, because this is just my friend Medicine Man, and he's a moderator. He can't comment for some reason. So I need to get that sorted, because if he can't comment, and maybe there's other people, and he's a mod, and that's fucked up. And I mean, he could comment and now he can't, because I just saw it on my laptop. It came up, his wee message face came up and said, I can't comment on your thing. I was like, yeah. It was quite, but he just done a post saying about the abortion shit. Graham is right. I hardwire everything I can. What do you mean by hardwire? Like, how do I do that and what is it? That sounds really dumb, but yeah, like, how do I do that and what is it? Let me see what you actually wrote. Hi, pig fucker. Yes, but David Cameron's a confirmed pig fucker. I saw the lag there. It was a confirmed pig fucker. But even Paul Joseph, I won't call out the you know who. Watson, he did work for Infowars. I noticed a few of his tweets afterwards calling out the you know who's, Jews, you know who Jews. But he even called him a pig fucker. He went, pig fucker, David Cameron, and then it showed you a picture of like David Cameron with his pigs. But yeah, I don't know if he actually fucks pigs. I just know he raises pigs and he's a fucker. So he's a pig fucker. That's why we call him that. But yeah, remember he tried to fuck us all with the internet years ago. Like, he's doing what he done to. This is how it started. This was years ago when I was a child, and he said the internet and video games, and he said porn, and I'm gonna stop crime with porn, and the internet's terrible, and blah 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 blah, and there's weapons of mass destruction, and then Afghanistan happened, and Tony Blair and all that. No, he was after Tony Blair, but then David Pig fucking Cameron, and came and said, you get to connect the laptop to the, I need to go into the living room. Yeah, right. Oh, I get what you mean. Yeah, right. Well, I'll try it without that. If not, then I'm fucking hardwiring it. Let me just try this. I'm literally now on the laptop. It is up and running. I'll just show you. I'm just waiting for it to get me. Someone thought I was sitting on my floor yesterday. I was like, no, this is my bed. I'm sitting on my bed. It's a big bed, very big, and it's very spacious. So when it's made, I just sit on it, and I just, yeah, like, I use it as like a little thing. I don't know why I put like blusher on, but again, it was like, just because yesterday's stream I was so tired. It was like 2 a.m. It was after 2, and I was like, I might as well make an effort for the stream tonight. So I made an effort for yous, for all 5. But I think you're great, so, and everyone else that watches it, I love you all. That sounded a bit gay, but you know what I mean. I think it's nearly the end of the summer holidays, is it? For the Waynes, the kids. I was out, and kids will be kids, and I was like, oh, kiddies, how yous doing? And they're like, can you get us a carry out? And I was like, oh, children, aren't they beautiful? Meaning, could I buy them their alcohol? And I was like, I'm sorry, darlings, I'm in a rush. A rush to run. Oh no, the beast is coming. That my anti-Semitic dog wants to come and attack his George Soros. It's only George Soros who doesn't like realists, to be fair. Right, come up. Yeah, don't be annoying though. Right, the towel's up, your towel's up. Right, only go on your towel though, you're not allowed on the blanket. There, come on. Up, up, up. You can get up, you little flag. I don't want to call him names, right? His HD thing is to come into law, no more porn. Yeah, well, he's been saying that for years, David Cameron, and then he got fucked out and Theresa May came in and we all thought, oh, she'll be better. And now she's out, now we've got Boris Johnson. Oh, do you know what? Seriously, enough is enough, politics sucks. I'm just gonna get myself like some prostitutes to kill and have to suck and to fuck and to like that disgust. I feel like that old man with politics, because you either like voted for, like, I remember 2016 how happy everyone was. Like, I was riding the Brexit fucking train, you were all riding the Trump train, and then it turned out Brexit was just a lie. Trump was just a lie. We were all lied to. We were all tricked into trickery, into basically getting fucked over more. Whereas if we just stayed with the people, as they said earlier on the show, at least we know the other side wants to fuck us. The right is lying about wanting to fuck us, and then they fuck you. It's like, I got fucked and I didn't, without my consent. They raped us. They raped America and the UK, and we both got raped. We think of all the millions of rapes that happened today in the UK. That was like thousands upon thousands of ear and eye rape. And I mean, it's affecting the whole of the West. The guy politics looks like a he does. He looks like a mummy from Egypt. Oh, medicine man, you need to see this guy. He's like dating, he beats me, but it's this guy's worse. He's like, I think we found an actual disgusting. I think he's killed young, maybe underage. We don't know if they're underage. They look underage. Young prostitutes, and they're not like drug addicts. Like, you know, you get Western prostitutes. These ones are like Dominican kind of. It's a shame. Like, they look like they're like he said that these girls are just trying to feed their kids, and one of them was pregnant. He gets them pregnant, then he chucks them out, and then he had this new one over, and he'd unlisted videos, but we'd found them. Well, we hadn't, but Royce had found them, and he was talking about how he'd never had a girlfriend in so long and blah blah blah, which we know was a lie because we'd seen that girl alive. She was alive. That wasn't a trick. We'd seen her. We'd seen the videos. And then all of a sudden he was trying to say, oh no, he'd never had a girlfriend and blah blah blah. So we're now like, maybe he's like this serial killer, and like he's fucking killed this. He gets them knocked up and kills people, and he always lies topless and eats on stream, and he's disgusting, and he lies. He starts the stream off like this. I'm lying in my bed, just doing a stream. I just want. He's a Jew as well, just so you know, medicine man, and he always goes, enough is. I think that in every single thing he talks about, third world prostitutes, the mark of a cheap creep. Yep, exactly, totally cheap creep. He starts talking about how anything, you can take anything and he'll turn it round to sex. He was talking about breastfeeding laws, and he turned that round into, I mean, why can't I have titties to suck on? I mean, I think it's the most natural thing in the world, and I should be able to suck on as many titties as I want, and blah 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 blah. And it was like, oh, you fucking old pervert. Nobody wants you sucking on their titties. Like, even if I had big boobs, like, even if I had boobs for you to suck on, you'd never be getting near them, you disgusting old mummy. And he always, see how he's got his top off? Ugh, cringe. It's so cringe. It's disgusting. Like, he never puts the top on for a stream, and he's disgusting. And we all think he's like Kaiser Soze, like he pretends that, like, that he's like this decrepit old man, but like he was getting really angry today, going, these fucking and doing like things like that, and that's what he does when he gets a prostitute pregnant, an underage one, a third world underage prostitute. He gets psycho angry, has psycho strength, jumps out of his bed, and because of they're shocked that he can move, they're like, oh, can get up and move, and then he jumps and attacks and starts bashing in their skull, and then buries them, and then when the police come around, he's like, I'm just an old man that makes videos, I don't know nothing, yeah, I'm a bit of a fiend, I'm no sex addict, I'm just an old innocent Jew, because he started talking about the Nazis and everything, and just Trump is like literally Adolf Hitler, that's what he said today, and I was like, fucking shut up, because you can't he wants to make all drugs legal, and all prostitution, it's the oldest job in history, we need to make prostitution legalized. And I was like, yeah, so you can fucking get your hole for cheap, that's why. Sorry, in Scotland, get your hole means like any holes a go, like it basically means get your hole, it means sex. I'm being disgusting, it's just I'm trying to say how disgusting this man is, you need to see him, and just so you can just watch it, and he reads his comments, which we just found out today, which is great, so we can troll the fucking piece of disgusting old crap. Oh, he's really disgusting, you can tell he's a perverted yuck. He's just he'd made a young girl pregnant, and she was beautiful, and one of them, she looked like a hostage victim, and she was sitting there going like that, like kind of like smiling but looking terrified, and I was like, what are you doing to that poor girl? Like, you've knocked her up with two of your fucking disgusting little Jewish offspring, and now you're gonna... And then he chucked her out, and he said, but don't worry, I'll get her back, and then she just never came back, and then he unlisted every video that she'd been in, and said, lied to this new prostitute, or girlfriend he calls them when they're there. He says, this is my friend, but the rest of the time, I mean, do you know how much I've fit, like, in my mind, how many times I've thought about getting a pill and just... in Minecraft, obviously, but it would be very amazing feeling. Hurry up, laptop! Sorry about my laptop taking ages. It is being like dating Hypernova. I wonder how he is, by the way. Erop. After, now that he's standing on his own 2 feet, you know, actually having to live not in his mummy and daddy's house, and now he's like fucking, basically, he's what, 34, something like that, and for the first time in his life he's, yeah, and he's not posting. I wonder why. I wonder if, imagine he actually did get to meet, what's her name? That one that makes everyone go crazy from Casper. No, Wendy Adams. I was thinking from Casper. Casper, the friendly ghost. No, it's not that though, it's the Adams family. I'm just killing time while I'm getting this up, sorry. Sorry. I hate when it takes ages like this. I think it's like, you know who is it? Kosher with Crowder always goes, oh, it's the Dark Overlords, they're shadow banning me. And it's like, shut up, you've got 4 million subscriptions. You've got 4 million subscriptions, subs. You're not getting fucking shadow banned, you liar. Oh, I'm getting I get meetings with the woman from YouTube personally, but she's shadow banning me. I bleep out everything, but I'm demonetized on every video, even though I get ads. You liar, Kosher with Crowder. You and Ben Shekels-Piro go and have your little love affair, but don't lie to me and think that I'm stupid. I know. He knows I've got beef with his man. I've got big time beef with his man. And I'm talking about Ben Shekels-Piro. Me and him have got unfinished business. Graham, do you watch porn? No, it's not. We're not. It's. Do you watch porn? It's the whole thing was in the UK. our Prime Minister at the time, the pig fucker, made a massive deal about he was going to come for the porn, but it wasn't just that, he was going to come for the internet basically. And he was like talking about, yeah, I'm going to come for the porn, and he just wanted to fuck with the internet. It was a lie. It's like what Trump's saying about radicalised fringe people like that are crazy and this is a haven. The fucking internet got you memed into the White House, and now you're trying to say the internet's dangerous. Wasn't that when you were, WikiLeaks, look how great, I love WikiLeaks because it fucking got me, now I can prove Hillary Clinton is a fucking rapist and I'll get her into prison because I'm going to drain the swamp. Really? Really? Have you done any of the things for fucking America you promised you would do? Where's their wall? Oh no, you built Israel a wall. Okay, right. Well, did you drain the swamp? No, you didn't. No. But you did help Israel a lot, though, didn't you? You gave them, what, £4 billion? Well, did you do any of the stuff you promised you'd do for America? No, you didn't. No, you just fucked them royally. It's what? You lying piece of shit. That's a bit mean. Like, Orange Man, like, everybody hated you, and I actually liked you for being a cunt. And now I hate you because you lied. Like, why did you have to lie? Why'd you do me like that, yo? Like, why'd you do me like that? Fucking piece of shit. Like, I still would never have, if I had the choice, I still would never have chosen Hillary because she is an evil, rape, fucking killer. I better not name her but too much because you say her name 3 times, she's like the fucking Candyman. She'll appear like behind me, you will be like screaming and this will stop and you won't be able to tell me, and I'll be like, yeah, they're talking, and you will be like, look behind you, she's behind you, and I'll be like, no, and she'll be like coming at me like she obviously won't come herself, she'll send some hitman, and you'll just see like, you know, like, oh, another one medicine man, this guy called how to be an alpha man, and he learned how to be a real man by he impregnized 90 women on Sims Free or some game online. Like he says, I mean, I just had sex with the mother and the daughter and after the girlfriend, and I mean a girl, and then he started going this fake laugh, and he would be like, I mean, like, everybody that came to my house would leave pregnant. It was just amazing and hysterical, and that really made me learn how to become a man. Today I had some females in my Discord. I was like, no, you didn't. You did. You technically did have females, but they were mocking you. You and your small mouth. His mouth is very tiny, but he wears a mask because he wants to be an alpha man, and he says he's an alpha man. He says, and they made me realise something, that women want a dominant man. And I was like, what the fuck were they saying to him? They must have really been fucking with him. But he noticed about his small mouth as well. They must have said, do you know you have a really small mouth even through your fucking... he wears like a balaclava and then sunglasses so you can't see his eyes. But you know, one of those balaclavas, but it's red and it's called How to Be an Alpha Male. It's really gay. Like, really gay. Like, not even like gay in a fun way. Like, it's gay in a... like, ew, like in a school way, like, stop it, don't be gay, like that way. Like, remember when you'd be like, don't be a gay, no, like that way, but not in a don't be gay, like, ooh, don't be gay, that kind of, that vibe he gives off. Where have you went? It better stop lagging out. Tell me when you can see me if it's any better this time. I hope it's better this time. Yeah, any better? Any better this time? F. Yay! Whoop whoop! Politics sucks. Enough. Remember how to be an alpha man. You need to have sex with multiple Sims partners and get them pregnant and have tiny mouth. Yay, I'm back. Woo whoop. Raise the woof. Yeah. Shake. stay to your lane, which means stay to his towel. He's got his own wee like towel thing so that you can just make dogness on that. Politics suck, enough is enough. I wish he'd done live streams and like we could just say things to him. And why is this being so rare? It's making me squeal, and not in a good way. I don't mean that for, I'm not inviting sexual invitations by saying no, okay? Ooh, did you see the light shine on my face? I was like, oh, what the fuck is happening to this? Starting in August, your student beta will become everyone else's default experience. We're getting ready to say goodbye to Creator Studio Classic later this year. What? Yeah, no, I don't think so. Why are you getting ready of that? Why are they getting ready? Why? What is their problem? What is their problem? They just don't give a shit, do they? Oh, I'm just saying about with YouTube, they're like fucking doing something different. They're saying it will become everyone else's default experience. And it's something weird. If it's going on, if there's something Ghostbusters. Oh, hi Manny Pinocchio. What am I talking about? Sorry, Pinocchio. Manny Pinocchio. I like your name, Manny. My best friend, she's married to a guy called Manny, but his last name isn't Pinocchio, and he's not a liar. He's really cool. Like his Manny Can, and it sounded like I just doxed him, but Can is a very usual name in Scotland. It's a very Scottish name, as you know. And in Scotland, Can is probably one of the biggest names that you can get around here. So to find one of them, like, it'd be very hard. It's a strong Scottish name, as you know. Just like, you know, Yusuf and, I'm trying to think of other ones. Tariq, all these very Scottish names. Anaya. Yeah, very Scottish. But no, the thing is that they're actually, if you were to say anything, that he's lived in Scotland all his life. He's lived in Scotland longer than I have. I wasn't born in Scotland. He was. He's been here since day one. I was not. So he's actually lived in Scotland longer than me. So does that make him more or less Scottish than me? Because his parents aren't Scottish. My parents aren't Scottish. The only difference is I speak Scottish and he speaks Scottish, but he's got like a twang because he speaks two languages. But then, like, that is weird, isn't it though? Your volume's low. Sorry, your volume is fucked up really low. Thank you, Critical Thinking. They are traditional Scottish names. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but do you get that though? Like, because if I'm trying to get my laptop so that I can do this, but my laptop's being a gay wave of gay. But I was not born in Scotland. My friend he's clearly a Muslim. I mean, Manny can, come on, right? Clearly a Muslim. Well, his parents are. If he was a Muslim, he'd be a terrible Muslim because he drinks alcohol. He smokes. He's married now, but when we all first met, he would go out to parties and everything, and he's very westernized. He's not like he does not go to the mosque or anything like that, you know. And even now that he's married, they've settled down and they're a lot calmer and everything, but like he's not religious. His parents aren't really that religious. They moved here, you know, to get away from Sharia law and how bad it was and everything where they were. So I think, but see, the community that they're living in now, they've told me that basically they can't come out as not, you know, being like, people have said to them, why don't you go to the mosque and blah blah blah. So they've had to start going to a mosque, but people want them to go to this other mosque which they know like radicalization happens in, and so they've said no, we go to a mosque and we've got our own Imran. But if they were to come out like and say that they're not Muslim, they would get fucking, instead of showed, it's like killed, like in Glasgow. So it's fucked up, like, and we I know we were like laughing about it, Medicine Man, but where were you born? I was born in Germany, Frankfurt. No, not Frankfurt. I'm joking. But Munich. It was in that my dad was American and he's Texan and he was in the army, and he met my mother when he was a soldier based in Mainz. I think it's somewhere around that area. And my mother was over, she was only a teenager and she met my dad and they got married and they had me. And then, well, my dad was, I think he was off work at the time. I don't know that I was not alive. I know they got married. They had to have a, what's it called, like a shotgun wedding, a fast wedding, because my mum didn't want to be showing because she was Catholic, and obviously she would have been it would have been shameful at the time if she'd been found to have been having sex before. They were going to get married anyway, but if it was found out that she'd had sex before marriage at that time, it would have been very shameful, even today for her, like, because of, she's Irish, you know, like, because of her parents' background and everything. So they had a fast wedding before my mum showed, and then, so apparently, like, I was at the wedding, but I was inside her belly. She always says, you're at my wedding, but you're just inside my belly, and I'm like, okay. Then I see photos and you can, like, she's not showing, but I can imagine I was like, give me the cake. She could, my family must have been like, she's getting married very quickly, like, from wanting this, they wanted to go back to Scotland to have the wedding they had in Germany, blah blah blah, and then suddenly, but no, they didn't, and then obviously, yeah. And then they had my sister. My sister was born in England. Ha 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 ha. She hates it because they were driving up to Scotland. So she wanted to be born in Scotland. Well, even my sister, like, she didn't want to because she wasn't alive. But my mum wanted us to be born. She actually wanted us to be born in Ireland, but they didn't have enough planning time, like, and when she came into labour, so they were like, fuck it, we want her to be born in Scotland. They didn't want her to be born in England. Nobody did, because everyone hates the English. My dad, like, kind of was like, fucking English, and my mum was like, no fucking way, because even as Irish or as Scottish, she hated the English, so she was like, no. They were driving up to Scotland, and they made it as far as Newcastle, which is quite far, but not, like, quite far up from London, but like where they were down near Milton Keynes, my dad was based, and they made it so close but not close enough, and I was like, ha. So I slagged my sister for that all the time, and she's like, fuck you. She's like, so you're short, and I'm like, what's that, the best you've got, you're short? And she's like, I'm like, yeah, well, you were born in England. She was like, well, you were born in Germany, you're a Nazi. She used to say that to me all the time, like, see, when I was younger. That's why this Nazi thing never got to me. It never got to me. Because for years at school, she told everyone, she's a Nazi, she was born in Germany. And, like, it used to, like, when I was a child, like, it used to annoy me. And I used to be, actually, Hitler wasn't German, okay? And, like, so I was like, I had to know all these, like, historical, what I thought were, like, history facts, because, like, for comebacks, and, like, and actually only like it was less than 40% of the people of Germany even voted for Hitler. Okay, when he came into power, it wasn't the German people's fault. Okay, they didn't know what was going to happen. Just because like I was so sick of everyone calling me a Nazi, and then 2016 happened. Oh, can we all just bask in 2016? It seemed so good. Like, we thought, like, Nigel Farage was our hero. We thought he'd fucking all the memes, like him kicking the EU like a football. Trump came along and said, he came to Scotland. I remember the speech he said. He actually said he was going to make Brexit 2.0 and he was going to become the president, and we all laughed. And he did, and he done it through a meme culture. He was a very, very smart man. Call him what you fucking will, hate him as much as you will. He is a fucking shill. I know he is. He's not even just owned by the Jews. He is a Zionist shill. But he's fucking, like, anyone that says he's not fucking led on by the Jews is a fucking liar. Or they're either complete denial or they're lying to you. Everybody knows it. So yeah, he's just, yeah. But just remember how happy we were in 2017 and 16, sorry. And then for Britain, we were lied to for year after year for 4 more years until this year where we got to vote. We had to wait for 4 years to have a general election. In March, I went down for the betrayal of 4 years later. And I was like, well, where the fucks are, instead of where the fucks are wall, it was where the fucks are, we don't need a wall, where the fucks are Brexit, motherfucker, to the Parliament. And they're just like, yeah, we're still not giving it to you. And we're like, well, we're just voting you out then, and we did. And now we've got fucking, we've got Orange Man's bad, we've got like all the NPCs saying Blonde Man's bad. They think he's like a Nazi. It's all started again. Can you still see me? Is everything okay? Someone say something so I know that he's yeah, think about the plan. It all makes sense now. Stop with the winning. Yeah, when did you leave Germany? I was nearly 3. I could speak German. My mum said that I could only speak barely. Like, it was my first few words, but my first few words were in German. And I get really annoyed at my mum. I was like, why did you stop teaching me? Because my mum could speak fluent German. And I'm like, why didn't you just keep speaking German to me? Like, I would love to just be able to shut off and just speak German to people and be like, because it's such an angry language. And I would just be like, Scheiße, and just going like an angry German rant. See, whenever I was pissed off, I would love it. But she was like, oh, I didn't want you to feel like, and I was like, fuck off, it's the best time in your life to learn a language is when you're a child, cunt. I didn't call her that. I would never call her a cunt, even though I just did. But yeah, no, I've said it to her face a couple of times, jokingly, as I am now. I said, why didn't you just keep, like, teaching me German? I just know, I only remember, like, simple and swear words. I actually know more fucking Spanish than I do fucking in French. And Polish, if anything. Just because I know a lot of Polish people. Polish is a hard language to learn, but yeah. But yeah, my sister, and then, I'm not even dual nationality. If it wasn't for the EU, when I get chucked out, I'm going to have 3 passports again. A German passport, because I was born in Germany, and then my American passport, and then my British passport. But even with an American passport and an American husband, because my sister's married to an American husband, my sister still had to go to the American embassy and fill out a fucking, Russian sounds angry. Russian sounds angry, but German sounds really angry as well. I can't speak Russian. I can speak a bit Polish. Przepraszam, tak, dzień dobry, dzień dobry. Just like little. Give me the vodka. It's very sexy voice. It sounds like it's for fun sex. Yes. Tak, I pee on you in the shower for maybe 50, 100 euro. I don't know euro, in fact, so maybe for a pound. I will give you, I will urinate. For Russian prostitute, then I say only no Polish word. Only tak or one word. What is the word? Do you know? Is it for golden shower? Golden shower, Mr. Trump? Now go fuck yourself, Mr. Trump. Now you betray me like this. I'm going to come out with my story. I am the Russian prostitute that pissed on you in the shower. Ha ha. Is that, what was it? You got peed on in that? No, it wasn't the shower. Just 2 Russian prostitutes pissed on him or some bullshit. I know it's a lie, but... What's the one word, Graham? Scotland, Diamond sits out. You still drowning in doo-doo. Drowning in doo-doo. Digging themselves out. Oh, drowning in shit. Yeah, we've been drowning in shit for years. But I think we're going to have to just... Well, with Boris, we'll see what happens with fucking blonde man. Oh, yeah, you just have to know, like, the worst word ever. That's, like, the equivalent to cunt, basically. But worse. That's worse than cunt, because they said it's like it's like saying, like, your mother's a fucking whore or something. Like, if you say it, they go crazy. Like, my friend, he would go crazy and say, do not say that word to me. You say that, you will get a slap. And he meant it, like, so I don't want to fucking slap off him because he meant, like, a fucking... like, right to the face. I will slap you in the face, bitch. So I didn't say it to him. But I would say it behind his back. Like, with my friends, like, haha, kurva. But it basically means, like, go fuck your mother. But, like, it's, like, the worst thing you could say to a Polish person. Like, they'll say that, like, it's the worst thing in their vocabulary, basically. Yeah, of course you know the worst word. How do you know that? Static void. But my mom is a whore. Yeah, well, don't talk about your mum like that, Static. Autocock. Jeff Naughty. Yeah, Bailey's sticking his head up. Yeah, Bailey, come and say hi to Jeff. Come and say hi to Bailey. Ah! He's saying hi. He's saying hi. He's saying hi. Oh, he's so excited, look. Ah! Ah! Okay, stop it. He's saying, George Soros is dead. He died of heart attack. George Soros is dead. George Soros is dead. Yeah, look how happy he is. George Soros is dead. All of the Soroses are dead. Look, come here, Billy. Soros is dead. Soros is dead. Soros is dead. Soros is dead. Come here. Come here. Ah, Billy, come here. Yes, he's dead. He's dead. George Soros is dead. He's so happy. He's so happy. He's so excited that all the George Soroses are dead. He thinks it's real. He's like, they're all dead. She'd laugh, so she's laughed. Oh yeah, so it's okay. Bailey boomed. He did boom. Bailey boomed. He just exploded with excitement. He just, because he pung off the bed and flung off the wall and it went boom. He is a boom. He's a boomer. Well, he's going to be, see in August, he's going to be, right, all of 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18. He's going to be 6 this year. He's 5. He's going to be 6 in August think it's it's the 20th, the end of August. He's going to be 6, and he still acts like a baby. He really does. But if in dog years, what is 6 times 7? My hair's still half wet. What is 6 times 7? 6 times 1. I need to straighten it as well. Like I said, I was going to dry it. I'm just letting it dry naturally. 6 times 5 is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, thank you. He is so cute, isn't he? 5, 10, 25, 35. So 6 times 6 times 5 is 35. And then I need another 2. 35 and 12 equals 47. 47. So he'd be 47 at the end of August. 43 or 42. Yeah, so he's going to be in his 40s. So cute. He is. Yeah, it looks like the US is going to rip itself apart because before you get over here. Yeah, I know it'll cook. Like, just as I'm planning to come over to make my run from here, I'm thinking, maybe, what if we get Brexit and it looks good for the Britain? Maybe we should just do a swap. The UK and the Democrats can take all our muzzies and all our immigrants, and we'll take all you guys, and you can take also our leftists, and they can all live in America and have that as a left. Like, the UK can just be people that want guns and left the fuck alone, and rights and video games and cool. Like, they have the right mindset. Like, the right is might. Might is right. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you know. And we all decide, yeah, okay, so we, like, and if you have one kind of way of thinking, you could have Scotland, or another way you could have England, but we call it something else because it can't be called the same thing, because then it would always be the Scottish, English and Wales rivalry. But then the Welsh can still stay around because they usually, yeah, it just depends. Boris may be a good news. Well, that's what I'm saying, that if it all turns around, we're going to have a lot of Americans being like, fuck this, I'm coming to the UK. We'll be like, whoa, wait a minute, you can't just walk in here. We're going to be like America was to us. You need to get stared at intensely, like this. Excuse me? Can you open your fanny pack, miss? Okay, now turn around. Let me feel you up and down. Now let me... Wait, what is this? It's nail polish? Are you sure about that? Did anyone get a hold of this in the last 12 hours? No, it's just my nail polish. Well, I'll be checking it. I see. It does smell like nail polish. Yeah, that's because it is. Why are they so fucking nosy? They're so nosy. Like, I'm sorry, but see, going to America, it's such a pain in the ass the way they are. A2 people will get Occupy Washington if they try and pull shit. Yeah, or lefties will Occupy Washington if we get more shootings. Either way, things are boiling. Yes, I know. Seriously. And what the fuck is with that picture of the onion shooter? How is he connected to the other 2 shooters? Because all 3 of them look like they could be twins. Well, triplets, sorry. All 3 of them have a fucking fuck ugly face. They all look soy. They all have like a tiny glasses and tiny fucked up faces, and they're all like Executed done a really good picture on Twitter, and it was like, in my day, school shooters used to be like, mass shooters used to be cute, at least. It was just a joke, obviously, but it was funny. But like, they were like at least normal looking, and then now these ones are these fucking ugly, like, incels. And also they were trying to say it was Nazi propaganda he had, It was written like 20 years before Hitler was in fucking power or even alive or something. Like, was it not Might is Right or whatever it's called? It was that book or something. It's not Nazi propaganda. The one that was meant to be a right wing guy. He was also a fucking. He wasn't a conservative like a typical conservative. Wasn't. I think he supported some shit, but I don't know if he supported Trump. He didn't. He couldn't have had neo-Nazi propaganda because, as I said, the Nazi Party hadn't been invented yet for like 30 years. So what the fuck? Why do they have to always talk about Nazis? It's like, as I was saying, and Subdued, if you talk about something that much, it's going to just make people be like, yeah, do you know what? If you're going to call me that so many times and bring it up so much, why don't we just bring the Nazis back? I'm joking clearly, but it's annoying. It's very annoying. My beddy hoodie. This is my bedtime hoodie. I love it. I just put that nail varnish. We need to hire a bunch of prostitutes to service these incels. Yeah, that's what somebody was saying that today. Who was it? Yeah, when people were talking about the, what's his name? He was saying, yeah, we need prostitution. It's the oldest thing in the book and blah, blah, blah. And somebody said, yeah, well, if it stops mass shootings. And I was like, well, yeah, I'd be up for that. Like, if you could just have, like, a bunch of prostitutes to come round. Prostitutes save lives. Exactly, well, yeah. And they also stop paedophiles because, like, they get to dress up and act like young girls. And so they would stop the paedophile rape. Jeff, the Nazis are back. They are Democrats. Yeah, true. They're all sex workers. Oh. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Sorry, or cat cock. Jeff, there was a piece we were watching and it was called how prostitutes, sex work is real work and how you shouldn't demean it by just calling it prostitution. Like, and how it shouldn't just be called, they shouldn't just be called prostitute. You need to understand sex work is real work. It's not just fucking sucking. It's like you're clocking in. You need to be treated respectfully until they spunk in your eyeball, and you know, so it's consensual. Like, they'll go straight into the yeah. I mean, I never shit on, like, fucking, I'm not shitting on it, I'm just saying it, the way that fluff piece was done, it was kind of, like, embarrassing. It was like, shut up, like, I don't think people want, and also the women that were on it, it's like, you only could dream of being a fucking actual porn star. They were all fat, hairy things. I hate hairy women, like, ooh, shave. Well, yes, it is real work. Yes, yeah, real work, alright. Yeah, it's real work. Get to work, bitch. Yeah, you work that, bitch. Work that. Oh, I'm working it. Shut up and work it. Oh, yeah, I'm working it. No, it's not real work. Real work is sitting down and, like, doing something. It's not fucking, like, fucking, you know what I mean? Not sure if you're aware, but from the Irish Lieutenant Clinton, that's it's literally. I know. Sorry, Survia. I can't say her name. Oh, I totally know. Yeah, we're joking, by the way. As you know, I'm very aware about them. I know the leftists, and I know who George Soros is. That's why my dog, he's been called anti-Semitic for the things he says. I don't say them. It's just he has a toy called George Soros because he doesn't like him. He says he's an evil Jew, and then why won't he die? Because, and then Joe Rogan lied. He lied and said that George Soros fought the Nazis. Why would you lie, Joe Rogan, with like over fucking millions of people that watch you? Why would you lie and tell your audience, oh, he fought the Nazis? No, he didn't. He was a Nazi fucking sympathizing fucking piece of shit. And he still is, and he's ruining lives. He ruined Ireland. He ruins everything. Everything he touches, he ruins. I wonder how hard it is to do all those sexual favours every day. I bet it's tiring. It must be. Changing your knickers every 2 seconds and fucking having a shower every time you have sex with every client, and yeah, all of that kind of stuff, yeah. And like washing out your vagina like every time you've been having sexy time. Ooh, yuck, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that is real work, okay? I mean, forget going out and doing manual labour. That is real manual labour. I mean, they are climbing poles. They're literally log climbing. They're fucking going up and down poles all day. All day, those poor things. They need to watch their eyes for liquids. They need to. They go home with an arse killing them. Fucking just lots of things. Rogan is a buffoon. Whole like a yawning hippo. Vagisil, yep. All these things are these things are, and eventually they're gonna have a prolapsed anus. Eventually their ass is gonna just fall out of itself. Manual labour goes on. Man anal labour, yeah. And yeah, eventually they're gonna have a prolapsed anus. Their butthole is gonna just fall out of itself. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine getting fucked so much that your vag looks like a hippo? Like every time you open your legs, it's like this hippo thing. Like that's not a very good thing. Like that your labia lips are hanging out like, you know, some kind of turtleneck. Like nobody wants that. So yeah, no, no. It's one thing if you're going to be doing, you know, certain things, but remember now, don't be just saying you're doing something if you're doing other things that are like half cucked. You need to be doing full on sex work. That's what BuzzFeed says it completely. No, prolapsed anus. Oh my god. Oh, you must have seen pictures. I've seen them as well. I'd rather drink bleach. I know, same here. I saw my sister sent me pictures of a prolapsed anus because I didn't believe what it was, because she told me your ass could fall out of itself, and I was like, shut up, no it can't. She says your ass can fall out of itself. Yes it can. And I didn't believe her until she sent me the link. It is, it's disgusting. Static void. It looks, do you know what it looks like? It looks like intestines. And when the girl does that, like, and she like tenses her bum, she just tenses her bum like that, and then it's like this big blue thing comes and pushes out like that, and it's basically like her anus pushing out, and some men get turned on by it, and you're like, ooh, ew. Oh, beef corns, we say that as well. In America, we say that. Yeah. Have you Googled as well? There's something really disgusting you guys need to look up. Put in, what is it called again? Is it blue something? Blue waffle? Aha, blue waffle. It's like this blue encrusted vagina that's like, I'll never get the image out of my mind. My sister told me to look at it. Me and my sister have a sick relationship. We're like best friends but sisters. And because we're like, there's only like so many months between us, like my mum literally just got pregnant straight away after she had me, filthy bitch. And I don't know how, but it's if you have sex, you're very fertile once you've had a baby or something. I don't know. So there's like so many months between us. Like it's very creepy. It's like a year and so many months. Like Citizen Kane. Blue waffle, yeah, blue waffle. Non-prolapse and privileged Lacy, not cool. Sorry, I should have said. I'm sorry, I should have said privilege. I've got a trigger warning here. Privilege speak. there's going to be a trigger warning. I'm going to be mentioning prolapsing, and I'm going to be mentioning anything to do with anuses. So if anyone has any trigger warnings, then they need to strap in, because, not strap on, I did not say strap on, nobody get excited, no strap-ons, no strap-ons. We're not talking about vibrating sex. Yeah, I think everybody should have that rule in life where they have to do that thing where like they'll like put their hand up and remember as they, excuse me, I don't like noise. I told you all I didn't like the noise. Point of privilege, that's thank you, little cock, I was trying to remember. Point of privilege, and you need to do that with your hands. Yeah, you need to do this like and say point of privilege, yes, this guy keeps, there's people that are chewing around us, and remember that woman, point of privilege. I don't like the fact that we're in a line, and the fact that there seems to be a lot of white people. It's kind of like, what was it called, white hogging, or white washing, white lining, or white something. It was really when I heard that. What was that again? White. I'm offended by eye contact. I'm sorry. I'm offended by, yeah, I like that. You know when people say like it's offensive not to look someone in the eye? Look at the little Jew hairs back. Up you come, you anti-Semitic dog. Come on, get up. Ow! And you left Soros. Look, George isn't looking too well recently. White knighting. Yeah, no, remember in the line, Wolf, when she was talking about, she went, point of privilege. She goes, I don't like the way this line is going. There seems to be a lot of people that, you know, usually get to talk more in front of the line. It seems to be white heavy at the front. It was white heavy at the front. It seems to be white heavy at the front. And I don't like that. So I think we should move the white people to the back and make people of colour and people, minorities, and make them all special, and they get to go at the front of the line basically, and white people get to go to the back. Basically how it's going to be for the rest of all of our lives. White people, we are now, point of privilege, this might trigger some white people, but we are all going to have to deal with the fact that my white people are going to have to deal with, we are now the most hated people in the world by every single person. And unless you're gay, a person that is going to be a cuck and begs continually forever, but will still always be hated. In fact, you'll be hated more because you'll be less respected by your fellow whites, then you're fucked. So yeah, you might as well just be you and be like, fuck you, I am not cucking, I am going to be unapologetically me. Take me or leave me. And then everyone just walks out the room, and I'm like, why? Wah. For about 2 seconds, then I get distracted because I find an old lollipop in my pocket, and I'm like, yay! Lollipop, lollipop, lollipop. Pop. I was trying to do the pop, but I can't do the pop. I can't do the pop. I mean, what is that? That looks like that looks like that woman's vagina we were talking about earlier. Like the I don't even want. They don't even want many. That's what I'm saying. They don't respect the cucks. They don't like the cucks. I saw some things online earlier about people saying like, don't apologize. The left doesn't. And they're still talking about the left. And even fucking Stephen Koshermouth Crowder was talking about, like, I'm actually surprised, and I have to give that piece of, just admit you're gay. We all know, Stephen. For the love of, you're meant to be a Christian man. Stop lying. God knows he can read. You can't pray the gay away. You cannot pray your gay away, Stephen Crowder. Anyway, need to get vaping, Lacey. I know I really do. I need to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, I was going to say, Stephen Crowder, I was actually proud of him just for the fact that I honestly thought he was going to ride that Trump train. But he done a video and he kept the first 10 minutes, I was like, shut the fuck up. You sound like an annoying bitch. Like, if that was a girl, I would want to backhandle her. He just would not shut up about how his fibromyalgia was really annoying him and how do people usually do this? I don't have a stand. This is hurting my arm and my shoulder's so bad because of my fibromyalgia and my illnesses and yeah. And he just moaned for the first 10 minutes about how in pain he was. Then he started talking, finally actually got into the fucking, the meat and bones, meat and potatoes. And he started saying that he's going to sound a lot of people might agree with him, blah, blah, blah. But he said that he doesn't believe that, he didn't say, like, he just kept saying, like, I identify as a conservative, but I don't think that, and I was just like, Trump is not acting like a fucking, Trump is being a Democrat right now, you idiot. Can you not just say that? But he just kept saying, like, I mean, people need to realise, like, they're Trumpers, and then there's that, and he was just like, he sounded like a wimp most of the time, but he did turn around and say he didn't support Trump. This whole thing coming after the internet, coming after, like, even video games. He said he wouldn't buy his children, as if he's going to have children when he's older. He wouldn't buy them, like, age 18, 15, or age 15 or 18 video games when they're older, but that's a personal choice. And then he started talking about gun laws and things like that and how it's fuck all to do with him and what the fuck. But he was, of course, not swearing because he wants to keep his monetization. And he's a greedy co-star with Crowder. Then he started talking about, as I said, then he started going on, because I was listening for, I just wanted to know his views on that. But, I mean, the first 10 minutes, it was brutal. He just kept bitching. No woman bitches like that, even on a fucking bad week, like. And if she does, she just does it to her boyfriend, like. And, like, they know how annoying it is, so imagine listening to Stephen Crowder to his 4 million viewers, like, how are they not, like, shut the fuck up, right? Trump was always, yeah, exactly, but how did he trick us all? He is a New York Democrat, and New York is New York. New York, New York. Trump gave us an extra 2.5 years from what Hillary, yeah, exactly. That is it. That's all he done. I mean, Hillary's bitch, she's like, I think she put on some of that Walking with the Dead. I think she would be like one of those bitches that came back and would just be like walking out with bullets, like, what are you gonna fucking do, like in Breaking Bad with the snipers, you know? Because she is just one badass evil bitch. And Trump just, but the thing is, it's kind of like, imagine after 2.5 years and then he's ripped his mask off and it's Hillary underneath. You're like, no! After all this time, it's like, that's what it felt like when I watched the speech. Like, imagine this whole time we thought Trump was in office and then he just rips his mask off and it's a Democrat. You're like, ah! Ah! Seriously, I was watching that speech and I was watching his little mouth, like, I'm so used to him saying, like, go fuck yourself, yeah, fake news, and, like, cool shit, like, haha, and, like, laughing. I was, like, waiting for the laugh, and I was like, no, this isn't funny. I'm dying inside. No! Then I was like that woman, like, see at the inauguration, like, on the floor, like, ah! Like, you can imagine all the leftists, like, licking their lips, like, I bet all the conservatives are crying. It's like, yeah, we are, so should you be. But they still don't think it's good enough. The leftists are like, do you know, all the comments I saw from the psycho leftists on Twitter were, well, if you're going to be, like, talking about, like, white supremacists, then you should be, like, totally, like, getting yourself, just kill yourself. Kill yourself first. And anyone that supports Trump now is completely a psychopath and they deserve to be in prison and killed. And it's like, nothing will be good enough for you, you pieces of shit. and you want us to work hand in hand with you, I know, I'll take your hand and walk you down to, I don't know, where E-Frog used to take his people in the middle of Alaska, and you'll never come back in Minecraft. You get me, fam? Yeah, he's gonna lose his base. Hillary's gonna announce a run for the next. Oh. Yeah, because people will vote for Hillary because she already had like quite a lot. She didn't even come close though, did she? She did apparently, yeah. And the Dems will be out in force this time anyway. We've already said that they don't want. But I mean, I think Israel's really behind who got Trump elected. I think they're the ones that pulls the strings. And I think if they want Trump back in, Trump will get back in. Because the Dems do not like Israel. I don't know though. Yeah, you're not just black billed, you're black bill suppository from so many bad your anus is prolapse from all the oh wow, I need some of that. I don't want the prolapsing of anus, but I need some of the relaxation. I need to feel like, because I'm black pilled, but I'm like black pilled to the point now of just like, fuck it, acceleration, full point, accelerate. Let's just accelerate. But everyone that says the word accelerate is like part of the manifesto. He's got a ball now. Yeah, since he's lost his balls, he loves balls. Anyway, yeah. So like, right now I'm at the point where I'm like, do you know what? Fuck it. Like, yeah, I think you should vote in. I think you should vote in that Mama Crystal's bitch, not Mama Tulsi, because Mama Tulsi apparently she's too moderate. Full acceleration, as they says. So I think you should have that crazy bitch that talks to crystals, or you should have someone even crazier. Maybe Bernie. No, Bernie seems a bit. He's a socialist, and I just don't like him because he's a Jew, and that would make the Jews happy. So don't do it. That's my own personal bias. The one that talks to the crystals is a Jew, but she's a Kabbalah Jew. She's a crazy, just anything she wants to be. Mama Crystals, yeah. Who else? Who else is there? Allegedly, there's a FEMA camp way up in Alaska. Hold on 1 million. That's no really does. And, oh fuck it. Well, I'll get my bags packed. I'll come up with you. I'm just waiting. I'm sick of waiting. Just hurry up and come and take me. Just take me now. Watch this. You'll just see the thing going black, and then I'll never come back. And you're like, what happened to her? I wonder whatever happened to Lacy-Marie. She just disappeared. And then like one day it'll be like announcement, and then you're like, what's that? And you hear, and then people start chattering. You're like, come with me if you want to live. That they'll take you somewhere, and then I'll be like sitting there like a skeleton, like, why did you come here? I told you not to come. I put out messages, and they said we never sent them messages, and they just lock the door, and I'm lying there like a wee old skeleton, even though it's been like a week and a half. You know, what the fuck? Tulsi is a babe. Tulsi is a babe, yeah, but it could be a trap again. Don't fall for the same trap. Like, Trump was a babe because he not physically attractive, but because he was such a potty mouth, like he turned us all on to his thing. And Tulsi is being like like you're thinking with your dick. She's like, that's like, imagine again she pulled her face off, but it was Hillary. Like, Hillary's a shapeshifter. Obama's a shapeshifter as well. Sounds better than Camps David's. Who's David? Oh, the black pill, yeah. So tell me about these FEMA camps. They're actually making me sound quite excited. Like, because when Merce was talking about them, he said you all live in your own separate one and things like that. So, I mean,
do we all get to go into a FEMA camp? Will I get to be with you guys? I'm looking forward to the FEMA camp. I think that as long as I get a TV and we get some, I get a vape instead of, I don't need smokes. As long as I get a vape, I'll be happy. And you know, I get to chill with like-minded people. So if I'm put with other extremists, I'd be quite happy, because if say they put me in an anti-Semitic, like apparently we're anti-Semitic, they call us radicalized through the internet anti-Semitic memes. I'd be like, yes, that's the best place. That's where I wanted to go. Thank you, thank you. Because I know I'd be with all other cool people. Anyone else, like there's not going to be any nerds in the place that we'd all be headed to. We'd all be headed to a pretty cool place. There are adrenaline glands. Ah! No, I don't want to go. They are, baby. No! Jeff! I thought it was a good place. I'm going in the deep forest. I thought it sounded good. I thought it was a place they took us and just, they would just lock us away there. I didn't think they'd suck, babe. Fuck you. I want the deep forest. Meh, Jeff, no. I've read that one NFL and one NBL contracts in the stadiums can be used to hold people if the government declares them out. Yeah, that is, they do. Well, do you know what someone else tweeted? Someone else tweeted this, and I was going to retweet it, but then it got taken down from fucking YouTube. Somebody had tweeted that, you know what they done after 9/11, right? With the whole terrorist law, right? For basically, see, after 9/11, they made a whole, like, the terrorist act. They said that's what's going to happen. Like, they're going to take away, like, so for the rights of any suspected terrorist. And everyone was like, yeah, fuck them, fuck them. If you're suspected, if you're a brown person and you look like a terrorist, then your rights are going to be taken away, your whole house is going to be raided, we're going to fuck you over big style. Even though it was fucking them all along, and it was fucking, I don't care, Jew, allegedly. I mean, there's a lot of proof that not only was the government behind it, but also Israel was behind it in Saudi Arabia. So, yeah, fuck it, I said it. Probably get a fucking flag for that. And then that will just make people more suspicious. Wave 3 moved to America, Siberia and Alaska. Wait, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, well, see how they were saying, it's the tweet, as I was saying, as somebody said that this is what's going to be happening, basically. That this whole white supremacy thing, it's now, like, they done a fault that they knew, but they're the ones, I mean, George Bush and fucking Tony Blair, war criminals, lying and killing all innocent Afghans and fucking people for like, and all the people in the World Trade Center, evil. Not a Jew on that day. What a surprise. But, I mean, what, they could have at least left a few Jews in, but they don't give a shit. But, you know, fucking idiots. But anyway, and then as the governments do, they, with every conspiracy, they mix in bits of the truth and bits of lies. Michael Moore released his video that had parts of the truth the government were in on it, but he left out the part that he colluded, the most important part. Why did the government do that? Because they were working with fucking Israel and also maybe Saudi Arabia, but we don't know. But Israel for a fact, like, it has to be, because I mean the dancing Israelis prove it, and Mossad has to be Mossad. Mossad have done. They're like literally behind every false flag. They really are. Did you see James English podcast with Tommy Robertson? Oh yes. I didn't watch all of it though, because I was like, yeah, because I know he's a Zionist shell and he's a very good actor. Do not fall for Tommy Robertson. He's a very good con man. That's why he gets a lot of fucking shekels. He's not a patriot. He can cry on cue. And he does. Like, my children, my family. I love my country. Blah. I'm the most persecuted man in the whole of the UK. Blah. No, you're not, Tommy. You used a fake passport. You fucking flew all the way to fucking Germany just to fuck with a sign on a football pitch because you're fucking a spag, and then spent £400 on a or euros in a taxi on the way there and 400 on the way back to get bunting for the sign. And he just wasted all this money, and then he says he bought everyone rounds in the pub. So where did he get all that money from, eh? Like, if he, like, how is he so rich? He said by the time he was 23 or 21, he had, like, 7 businesses, 7 of his own houses. How, Stephen Yaks Lennon, did you acquire such large amounts of cash? If you're just a working class lad, please riddle me that. Riddle me that. Because no working class lad gets that amount of money. Trust in me. Yeah, that's good. So, yeah, then also, yeah, he keeps going on about everyone hates him. Oh, no, he talks so much shit. Like, he posts videos all the time, like, and it says, the videos are titled, like, obviously he gets his guy, Avi, or his other butt buddy, Tomo, Harry, Tomo, whatever the fuck, Danny Tomo, to basically post, like, the most hated man in Britain, and then it's like all these fucking videos of like him getting kissed on the cheek by all his fans, and it's like these are all sheep. But I get why it is. It's because they they don't know how to work the internet. They're boomers, and they either have the fake news, which they don't trust. 90% of the UK does not believe the news or the newspapers anymore, which I completely don't think they should. But I also don't think they should be buying his propaganda because it's lies. And they should have known that by a false flag the second he started flying a Zionist flag and walking around with fucking gay ass Avi Yemeni's butt buddy. And also, for Britain was amazing. Anne-Marie Waters was amazing. She was such a good, nice woman. She was a politician. She still is. And she left Labour, and he was like, she was the first politician to like take him on before everything else, and she was going to take a side. The thing is, she was like, she basically said, I'm sick of this disgustingness, and because she worked in London, she also knew about the way the Orthodox Jews treated people and what they done. So she was talking about that, and she also loves animals, and she's not a one politic party. She says I do not like the way they make halal meat. I also do not like the way they make kosher meat because it's exactly the same. They hang the bull upside down, and the way they talk about how horrific it is, they do the same thing for kosher. They kill the animal in a horrific way. They stab it in the bull in the throat, and it's still alive for ages till the head basically falls off because we have like a vein there, they don't have a artery there, so it's still alive till its head pops off nearly, and it's facing the other bull, and it knows. And so because she basically was talking about, well, no, the Jews are not going to be getting away with that either. Like, Orthodox Jews will they won't be allowed to wear coverings as well as he's like, oh no, Jews can do what they want. Like, so he left her, and a lot of people turned on him then, which I was really glad. They're like, why is he being such a cunt? She was good to you and you fucked her over. And he was like, no, it's just I think she was too radical for me. And it's like, you fuck, like, you call her radical all the time, and then you're trying to say she's rad. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. Yeah. I feel like I need glasses sometimes to try and read that. Yeah, I can believe he was an asshole. Let me see, wait. Oh, let me see. Oh, that's beautiful, Jeff. I just seen the picture you sent me. Oh, what is that? Let me see. Your main workspace. That is beautiful. That's beautiful, man. I'm checking it out right now. Oh, your workspace is amazing, Jeff Naughty. Your workspace is amazing. Yeah. Oh, you've done it beautiful. Wow. That. Oh wait, sorry, I've dropped you. Wait, don't fall on me, guys. Don't follow me, guys. Wait. That's amazing. Wait. That is amazing. I'm in love with that. It's a beautiful. He's got a beautiful worktop. Jeff just sent me. Your thing's looking great, by the way, Jeff, honestly. So, hey guys. So, I'm lying in my bed, politics suck, enough is enough. Where's it just going? Right, I'll get you a wee pillow. I'll get you a pillow to settle you in tonight, boys and ladies. I think it's just boys. And Bailey. Bailey is. He's like, oh look. Oh, he went, politics soft, enough is enough. Oh, he's tired now. He's tired himself out from chasing all the grabblers away. I know. Hey, good boy. Oh. Yeah. That's some pictures from Levitate. Oh wow, that's so cool. It was a fun gig. It looks amazing. He keeps licking my face. Right, come on, stop it, wee man. Right, oh cool, Jeff, that's amazing. The pictures are beautiful. The pictures are really cool. Why can't, that's so, Medicine can't comment. That's so annoying. Wait, I'm trying to. Jeff, it looks stunning. So, in closing, enough is enough, politics suck. I need to show you guys, right? Wait, the politics guy. Does everyone know? Jeff, you need to see this guy, right? I'll find him, politics suck. Right. I keep getting a click. I don't know what it is, but wait a minute. So, in closing, enough is enough, politics suck. I hate that way when my hair goes like a frizzy way. Kicking it with Ben is obviously getting something because I can hear it click on my wee thing, so something's happening. So in closing, enough is enough, politics suck. Kicking it with Ben. You done the pantan. Kicking it with Ben done something. Still going. Oh, hey, I'm not on for long. I'm just trying to get one donation and then I'm coming off. And plus I like talking to yous as well. But I will come off soon, don't worry. Someone will donate £2 to me so I go away. They'll be like, here, just fuck off, please.
Well, I just like to know that I'm giving a good show, okay? I'm like a showgirl. I'm just a showgirl, just making show times. And with green colours in my hair, I'm just da-da-da-da-da. And when I need to straighten my hair as well. I will be coming off in the next 10 minutes, don't worry. Well, I was like trying to make it. I was doing my goal for this stream. My stream, Zeno. So, in closing, no, his name's Politics Suck. Politics Suck. Enough is enough. I'm pretty sure that's his name. Yeah, I found him. Yeah, I found the freakazoid. At the Copa, yeah, I'll donate 1p. I don't think you can donate 1p, but thanks, that would be nice. I don't need 1p, I've got 57p, but I don't want 1p, thank you though. No, it's okay. You mean 1p. I think I'm gonna check my thing to see how much I've got. I think I've got 57p. So I've got 57, so I'm already at shekels high, thank you, in my PayPal. Yeah, 57, I've got 57p. Who did I pay £3.69 US dollars to? I tipped somebody someone. Oh, I know who it is. It was a stream I was watching, and I done 69. Get it, 69. Ha! But it was in dollars, so it transferred to pounds. Ben is definitely gonna have some work for Royce in it. Ben is gonna definitely. Yeah, I know he really has, because he's coming up with some crazy stuff. It's pretty funny. Like, and he keeps coming up going, yeah! Oh, did you hear him talking about rape today? Wow. Like, he said he rapes his wife, and he says, and Royce was like, well, so what do you mean, like, and he was like, oh no, but she enjoys it. And he was saying, yes, well, it's not rape. Then he says, oh no, at the start it is rape. He says, you have to wait a few minutes, and then she starts to enjoy it. Oh, it's fine, it's okay, Graham. I'm not, it's fine, honestly. I just thought, I was just seeing if I would get one. I've not had a donation in a long time. And just trying to see if I can get one. But if I can, it's totally cool. It's totally cool. I'm fun. I'm cool. It's just because I do these streams. Well, I love talking to you just as much, because you're all amazing people, and I think you're the best. So thank you, and I didn't need to donate. I didn't need a donation, honestly. I just love being with you guys. So thank you very much for listening to me and listening to my stream. And I'm gonna go, because it is 4 AM in the morning here, as Sunday reminded me. But yeah, it is. I know, I didn't realise I'd been talking for that many hours. What a big mouth. Sorry. Well, I hope you enjoyed my stream, did yous? Did you enjoy it at least? Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit like. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. And remember, come back, okay? Because I love you guys. Especially thank you to Jeff Naughty, because now I don't want to be going to the FEMA camps. Good night. Love yous all.